Well. I got invited by McIntosh Audio to go to New York City for their opening of House of Sound. So first of all, I would like to thank McIntosh to prepare my journey, starting with my Delta flight using Sky Priority. And essentially, I'll be vlogging my entire journey, snippets here, snippets there. Hopefully this way you can feel as if you're having the journey together with me. Follow me. I arrived about 3 hours prior to my boarding time. I know it's too early, but I'd rather be way too early than late. I don't want to feel rush or, dealing with anxiety. That is also the reason I use Nexus, which means I'm already pre-cleared to enter US and going back to Canada again without the need to deal with immigration. The flight itself is very smooth sailing. As usual, the Delta crew on land don't know how to smile and very snappy with all passengers. It's not the same on board where the pilots and the flight attendants are very friendly and very courteous. As you can see, I'm smiling, happy in my all fatness. The flight was very uneventful, which is a good thing for me. And we arrived 90 minutes later. Very good. I was picked up by a limo driver, which is a great thing. Thank you very much. But because of the traffic, it took me about 90 minutes from the airport to the 60 Hotel, located in Manhattan, Soho area. And here it is, the Hotel 60 Soho. To me, I love the architecture. It's very minimalistic, classic yet stylish at the same time. And I get a king-size bed in room 89. Just look at the room here. It's very nice, very clean, spacious, and comfortable. With only one problem, which the TV is set to vivid and not movie mode. And yes, I know I'm fun at parties. Oh, and this is the scenery from the top of my building. Absolutely gorgeous, regardless the fact that it's raining like cats and dogs. Beautiful. That was then, this is now. Today I will be experiencing the McIntosh House of Sound. I'm being picked up in a Jeep Grand Wagoneer with McIntosh sound system. Just like any McIntosh system, it sounded good and looked smashing too. Would I pay for it? Most probably not, but that's just because I don't like Jeep Grand Wagoneer. It's too big for me. And 15 minutes later, we arrive at House of Sound. And right away, we went all the way up to the rooftop, and the scenery is magnificent. It's truly breathtaking and grandeur. This video does not do justice whatsoever with the grandeur of this 360 view of the city. And when I was up there, we were listening to Sonus Faber architectural speakers powered by McIntosh distributed audio digital amplifier. And expected from Sonus Faber, the sound is amazing, it's great, it's clean, it's nothing like any outdoor system that I've ever listened to. By the way, the entire equipment list can be read in the description down below. From the rooftop we went inside, listening to Sonus Faber in a regular sized living room. There's no acoustic paneling, nothing like that. It feels like an actual living room where you do your activities. And although there's a CD player / SACD player in the room, we were listening to high-res streaming, obviously using a McIntosh streamer and McIntosh Monoblock power amplifier. Beyond that, the cosmetics of the preamp itself, you see the tubes lining up impeccably. It's very eye-catching but not garish in any sense of the word. And one of the equipment that really caught my eyes is the Room Perfect kit. This room correction system is very effective without sounding forced but sounding natural instead. And now for the pièce de résistance, I present you the MC3500 power amplifier. Just look at those gorgeous tubes. Of course, you can take off the cage if you don't want to use them. And now, let me present you the legendary needle with blue backlight. And of course, the titular McIntosh green. And while we're at it, I have to talk about the remote control. It's made of machine aluminum, it's properly balanced, exuding the feeling of perfection in my hand, with a very nice tactile feeling without any sound of clicking. In the next room, size of a regular office, I listened to the sound of these Sonus Faber speakers powered by Michi with a slew of Rotel equipment. Again, the room is not heavily acoustically treated in order to closely resemble an actual room. Next, we moved on to a disco room, listening to a pair of bookshelf Sonus Faber. Over here, I saw the McIntosh turntable, but I was here listening to streaming instead of playing vinyl. Right underneath it, I can see the stereo integrated amplifier. That is so gorgeous. I mean, just look at those tubes on the MA12000. It's wow. And of course, don't forget the blue needle display. They are simply gorgeous. And most importantly, gorgeous sounding. I'm not your baby. And although those speakers are minuscule in size, the bass were deep and very impactful considering the size of the speakers. Moving on, I went to the fourth room. This is a typical size of a living room if you're a billionaire. And what I like best from this entire experience center is that the rooms are, they actually do feel like room. They don't feel like a showroom. They are not heavily padded. They are not sounding like a studio. Because quite honestly, these are the types of room people will actually use these equipments. The rooms are not going to be heavily padded, heavily acoustically treated. Because at the end of the day, you want to live and you need to live with your sound system. And this is because the room still has to be very livable and not turn into sterile looking and sterile sounding room. Nobody wants to live in a showroom. And if you have the means to do it, I highly recommend for you to contact your McIntosh dealer and set up a time to visit the House of Sound in New York City. The moniker Experience Center befits McIntosh House of Sound perfectly. Bring your own disc, bring in your vinyl, bring in your CD or SACD. Experience the songs that you are already familiar with at a completely different level. The level that you will never ever get from going to a mere showroom. And from my visit to House of Sound, wow, it's well surpassed my expectation, all my expectation. And I cannot state this often enough. This is truly a real-life application of McIntosh in the real world. And the only thing better than everything that I've seen so far is the McIntosh MX180 9.16.4 surround system. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's 16 subwoofers. And the impressive part is that those 16 subwoofers are not overwhelming, overpowering. Everything sounds very well balanced, deep, and very, very quick. And it fits really well with my home theater design philosophy. It's truly impressive. So there you go. We are at the end of the video. What do you think about McIntosh in general? What do you think about House of Sound? Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.